Kingdom Kids, come on, it's time for another adventure.
CC, it's story time. CC, it's story time. CC always telling the stories. Pink hair and socks, and she's never boring. Whiteboard with the orange tie. You need a recap? Derek is your guy. Oh, with a flow so cold. Everybody get ready for adventure mode. Heather with the crew that's so disruptive. Hey, what's that? Friendly interruption. Kingdom Kids, yeah, Kingdom Kids. Kingdom Kids, yeah, Kingdom Kids.
Hey Kingdom Kids, it's so great to see you again. I'm actually pretty excited about today's lesson. I feel like we don't really talk about this one a whole lot, so I'm excited to learn with you all today. And we get to answer our great big question. Today's great big question is, who is in control? But before we answer that, we need a recap. Take it away, Derek.
When the Israelites left Egypt, they carried a tent with them, which was God's dwelling place. David tried to build God a temple when he was king, but God told him that his son would make the temple. So King Solomon began to build God's temple. Solomon used 30,000 men to build the temple. The men worked hard for 7 years. When the temple was finished, Solomon said, "Praise be to the Lord, who has given rest to his people, just as he promised. Not one word has failed of all the good promises he gave." Solomon gave burnt offerings to God. He gave 22,000 burnt offerings that day. The Israelites decided to celebrate the temple and threw a huge festival, inviting people from all over to come and celebrate the Lord and his finished temple. That must have been one festive festival. Anyways, back to you, Cece.
Wow, such wisdom. You know, that almost reminds me of this one time where my mom...
We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you this friendly interruption. Hopefully Joe will make you laugh with today's joke.
Hey, Kingdom Kids! Man, I got a joke for you today. Are you ready? Here we go! Now, what do you call a cow eating grass? A lawnmower! Right?
Do you know what? I'm sure his jokes will be better with time. Hopefully. Take it away, Cece.
That riddle was super hard. Did you get it, boys and girls? Well, better luck next time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for...
Adventure mode!
Solomon, David's son, was king over Israel, and he loved God. But he did not love God with his whole heart. He didn't listen to God's commandments and married women from other nations. And those women tempted him to start worshiping false idols. This angered God, and he said to Solomon, "You have not obeyed my commands, so I will tear your kingdom away from you and give it to one of your servants. But I loved your father David, so I will not take your kingdom away from you while you are alive. I will wait until your son becomes king. Still, I will not tear away all the kingdom from your son. I will leave him one tribe to rule." Solomon's son Rehoboam became king when Solomon died. These people came to Rehoboam and told him, "Your father made us work too much. Please ease our workload and we will happily serve you." Rehoboam went to his advisors to ask what he should do about the people's request. They told him that if he treated them kindly, then they would serve him forever. But when he went to his friends, they told him that he should make them work even harder. When Rehoboam told the people that he would make them work even harder, they were angry. They decided to stop serving Rehoboam as their king and to serve a man named Jeroboam instead. Rehoboam ruled over one tribe, the southern tribe of Judah. He was not happy about losing his kingdom, so he decided to attack the people of Israel. But God sent a prophet to Rehoboam, and the prophet told him, "Do not attack them. I am still in control. Go back home." So Rehoboam and his army returned home. Jeroboam was still the king. However, he wanted to make sure that the people would not return to Rehoboam. Instead of letting them return to Rehoboam's city to worship God at the temple, he decided to make 2 golden calves for the people to worship instead. He told the people of Israel, "These are the gods that brought you out of Egypt. Kingdom kids, we know that 2 golden calves did not bring the Israelites out of slavery from Egypt. It was God. Jeroboam sinned greatly in front of God and led the people away from him. And that's what we learned on
Adventure Mode!
Wow, that kingdom had some craziness going on in there. It sounded like a whole lot of people were trying to rule and be in charge, but none of them were listening to God or following his commands. Oh, did you catch the answer to our great big question? Let's rewind.
But God sent a prophet to Rehoboam, and the prophet told him, "Do not attack them. I am still in control. Go back home."
Did you catch it, Kingdom Kids? God literally told them the answer to our great big question. Who is in control? God is. It doesn't matter who the current king or leader is, because God is still in control. Well, thanks for helping me answer yet another great big question, Kingdom Kids. Until next time, bye!